let's talk about what you need to operate your composting toilet. Now, these are all tips and tricks that I learned along the way. Now, what I learned was where the poo goes, you need to have a composting material. And you can get what is known as coconut coir. And especially when you're in an RV, you want something that's easy to carry. Now, I was at a yard sale the other day and I found this big bag of cedar. It was only $5, as opposed to, I don't know, 20 or 30 at Walmart, whatever it would have been. So I'm going to try it because I'm curious how that will work. I haven't used it yet, but with the coconut coir, I can get a whole case of these things, and they fit under my my couch because they're tiny. But what happens is you put this in like a 5-gallon bucket and put water in it so that it can expand. And what I've learned is this one will fill up these 3 containers. And these 3 containers will last about a month, my best guess. And that's with going poo once a day. And you use this to put in the bottom of the bag to absorb the initial poo. And then you pour more on top of it to absorb the moisture and the smell. And that's how that works. Now, I'm going to start using the cedar because I've already gone through my first block of this, and I'll let you know how that works. So, for the way that I use my composting toilet, you need bags. And these bags, I don't know what size they are. I think they're like 1.7 gallon or something like that. But they are, they fit the trash can perfectly. I'm going to show you some tricks on how to do this right. So this is what the setup looks like. The diverter for the pee diverts it right into the little canister, and then the poo goes in the back. So here's what we do. So here's some pro tips. When you're putting your bag in, you want to make sure that all of the air is out. You know how when you put your trash bag in your trash can, there's air around it. Make sure that there's no air. You want it flat up against the sides. And then you want to put a layer of composting material. How much? Oh, I don't know, maybe a cup. What you want to do is you want to coat the bottom of the bag so that when the solid goes in there, it is absorbing right away. And then once the solid goes in, you pour a little bit more on top, and believe it or not, it doesn't smell. Now, how often do I dump? Well, in this particular one, the pee holder holds, I want to say a gallon and a half. I go a lot, so I dump it every day. It could go every other day, but I dump it every day. The poo, it really doesn't smell, and I can go 3 times before I dump it, but you could dump it every time if you want to. Pro tip. Now, in my RV, I started putting the toilet paper when I go pee in the trash can a couple years ago so that it doesn't clog up the pipes, because no matter what kind of septic friendly toilet paper you have, if you ever clog up your black tank, you'll wish you hadn't. So I just put the paper in the trash can. When I go poo, I can't do that. Don't want to do that directly. So what I do is I use wipies for the poo. And this is a pro tip. I didn't come up with this. I actually saw another YouTuber figure this out. These are doggy waste bags, which I have a dog, so I've got tons of these, and you can buy them so cheap anyway. But I put the wipies in the poo bag, tie them up just like I do my doggy poo, and once again, no smell, clean, easy. Now, people might say, well, gosh, Cammie, you're getting composting material, you're going through dog bags and things like that. Isn't this another expense? Well, I'm not getting all the stuff, chemicals to put down into the black tank to keep it stink free. And in the next video, we'll talk about reasons to use a composting toilet, that this is actually a cheaper way to go and better for the environment. As for where do I use the composting toilet, I sit it in my shower. So I'm sitting about the same height as I would be sitting on my toilet. So that's my toilet, and this is my composting toilet, just sitting in the shower. And when I need to take a shower, I just sit it right there on the toilet. And when I am parked and hooked up, and if I were to have guests or something, or if I want to use my toilet, the thing about this one that I like is it's super lightweight. It's small enough that I can just throw it on the floor in the bedroom. And if I were to want to go car camping, or crazy here, or use it someplace else, I can take it with me.